Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Diddy blamed for reviewing minors' privates as a transitional experience. Diddy is confronting an ever-increasing number of claims while he sits in a New York prison anticipating preliminary in his lawbreaker case. Sean Diddy Brush was blamed for physically attacking a minor in a claim documented by Tony Busby's law office on Monday. As per court records got by All Hip Hop, a John Doe said he was attacked at one of Diddy's white gatherings in the Hamptons. John Doe was welcomed to Diddy's party through a common association in 1998. The supposed casualty, who was 16 years of age at that point, considered it to be his opportunity to break into the music business. The offended party met Diddy at the party and snapped a picture with the Terrible Kid Records pioneer. Diddy purportedly looked into John Doe and needed to converse with him. They went to a more confidential region and examined John Doe's profession possibilities. They participated in what John Doe called a charming discussion before an unforeseen turn. Brushes unexpectedly told John Doe that he expected to drop his jeans, the supposed casualty's legal counselors composed. John Doe, surprised totally, confusingly requested that Brushes rehash the same thing. Brushes got his point across. He trained John Doe to drop his jeans and uncover his penis so that Brushes could review it, making sense of it was a transitional experience and the course to turning into a star, and furthermore as a method for showing what him can do. Don't you need to break into the business? Doe quickly felt awkward, froze and didn't have any idea what to do. Brushes kept quiet and remained before him and loosened up his hand in a measured position. Out of dread, nervousness and the imbalanced power dynamic among himself and Brushes, John Doe then dropped his jeans and uncovered his penis as Brushes recently taught. The lawyers proceeded, Brushes drew nearer and got John Doe's penis and privates with his hand. He immovably measured and clutched John Doe's privates for a drawn-out time frame. During this time, Brushes moved his hand in such a design to control John Doe's private parts, crushing and feeling them. Doe was just 16. Brushes suddenly then let go of John Doe's privates and let him know that his kin would be in contact. Brushes went on with his party as though nothing had occurred, however for John Doe, everything had changed. John Doe in the end perceived Goes physically attacked him by and through his power and impact over John Doe since he knew John Doe needed to turn into a star. John Doe was hesitant to report what occurred because of Diddy's power and reputation. The offended party said he actually encounters embarrassment and disgrace over the occurrence. Diddy's legal advisors denied the claims. The question and answer session and 1-800 number that went before the present blast of filings were clear endeavors to collect exposure, they said. Mr. Brushes and his lawful group have full trust in current realities, their legitimate protections, and the uprightness of the legal cycle. In court, reality will win that Mr. Brushes has never physically attacked anybody grown-up or minor, man or lady. The supposed casualty looked for harms for agony and enduring, mental pain, actual debilitation and close-to-home torture. John Doe sued Diddy for disregarding New York City's Survivors of Orientation Roused Savagery Assurance Act. Diddy's protectors blamed for gun-whipping man and constraining oral sex. A man claims he was hit in the head with a gun and compelled to give Diddy oral sex at Macy's in New York City. A previous consultant for Echo Dress sued Sean Diddy, looks over for disregarding New York City's Survivors of Orientation Persuaded Savagery Security follow-up on Monday. As per court reports acquired by All Hip Hop, the claim blamed Diddy for oral assault. The supposed casualty documented the protest as John Doe. Nearby May 2008, offended party was in the stockroom at Macy's Leader store at Envoy Square in Manhattan when Brushes and 3 of his protectors entered the stockroom, his lawyers composed. Offended party happened upon Brushes and his protectors at a T intersection in the stockroom where offended party had next to no space to move. Brushes was flanked by two enormous guardians to the left and one huge protector to the right. Following turning a corner in the stockroom, offended party was hit hard around the foundation of the neck, potentially with a gun. The blow constrained offended party to his hands and knees. As offended party looked into, he saw that every one of the protectors had weapons in their belts. Offended party heard various voices get down on things like, "I'll kill you." The legal counselors proceeded. Brushes moved toward offended party while offended party was still on all fours and said, "Suck my dick, Echo," alluding to the dress line that offended party worked for. Brushes from there on constrained his penis into offended party's mouth and continued to powerfully and fiercely assault the offended party. Searches went on for no less than 2 minutes until, while assaulting offended party, Brushes got offended party's hair and offered disparaging remarks like, "You like that, white kid?" The claim guaranteed Diddy expressed something with the impact, "Shut up or I'll kill you," in the wake of completing his assault. He passed on the stockroom and began passing out product to a group in Macy's. The supposed casualty attempted to report the attack to the store's security, however never got any assistance. John Doe said Macy's in the long run wouldn't allow him to get back to their Messenger Square store. Approximately 3 weeks after the fact, Macy's president supposedly constrained Echo to fire John Doe on the grounds that the retailer marked an extravagant arrangement with Diddy's Sean John brand. Echo terminated the offended party. Offended party accepts that the report of the attack was obliterated or generally cleansed from Macy's records, and no move was at any point initiated because of the report, lawyers composed. Offended party at last needed to move out of New York. Offended party actually fears for his life because of the episode and the dangers made against him on that day, including the way that offended party was known to Brushes via his work with rival clothing organization Echo. John Doe looked for undisclosed harms. He is one of the numerous individuals suing Diddy after the hip bounce tycoon was prosecuted for racketeering scheme, sex dealing and transportation to participate in prostitution. Diddy and partners blamed for assaulting man. Sean Diddy Brushes and 3 of his partners are blamed for medicating and assaulting a man in a stunning new claim. The claims against Sean Diddy Brushes are beginning to move in on account of lawyer Tony Busby. This time Diddy is being sued by a man who worked for an organization called Regal Rules the Executives. John Doe claims he went to a party facilitated by Diddy in October of 2021. As per John Doe, different notable specialists went to the party, where medications were being passed around. John Doe claims he was offered everything that he was said was delight by a portion of Diddy's partners, which he declined. In any case, he had one beverage, which was supposedly bound with a strong medication, because the man claims he became perplexed.